One of the interesting aspects of going later in the conversation is that one creates perspective. And so many things have been said in support of women's evolution, the difficulties that women have experienced. And without taking anything from that, what I was introduced to in the 23rd year of a marriage was the loss of my daughter. When I simply asked to be released from a relationship in which I was dying. And I expected that my children would come with me. And I found that not only did my children not come with me, but I became like a Jew in Nazi Germany. And I was reviled, and there was no experience that I could experience loss. And this loss of my daughter from 1994 to this current time, I have not spoken to her, my firstborn child, transformed my experience of myself as a man. And I began to experience that as a man, I could be injured. I could be traumatized. I could be transgressed against. I could have domestic violence perpetrated against me. I didn't know that at the time, because when I woke up with my wife's hands around my throat, all I could think about was sending her a lawyer's letter telling her that if anything happened to me, I wanted her held responsible. I didn't realize it was domestic violence against me, a man, because I didn't know that domestic violence could happen against men. And from that time to this, without any diminishment of my concern for women, because I named my first daughter Jarrett, which was a very interesting name. If she called up and she left a message that Jarrett had applied for a job, no one would be able to tell that she was a man or a woman. In other words, I was very much aware in 1978 that there was discrimination. So I was a member of NOW at the time, National Organization for Women. So I began to understand that as many bad things can happen to men as happen to women, but that it's not understood. And in the popular culture, it's not on the horizon. So over these years, from 1994 to the current time, I have devoted myself to deepening my understanding of the situation of men, consciousness raising for men. And I worked on, promoted several conferences on this, many conferences. And at the current time, I have a project going. The charter school, the Yonkers Model Charter School, for the engagement of boys, with the realization that our boys and our men are failing in life and in education, and they need help. And so the loss of my daughter, which today is still the driving force of my life, did not become something that embittered me, but it empowered me. It empowered me to say, what can I do to change? What can I do to change these systems? What can I do to change what's going on. So this is what I consider to be the transforming experience.
That's good. It's very good. It's very good.